thanks to John Hammock and Mauricio Pavlaza that you've been working directly with us this entire last year. Well, I'll do a quick overview in Minas Gerais, some indicators, social indicators, to contextualize where Minas is in Brazil, and after a quick overview on our program called Travessia that resumes our efforts in overcoming poverty in our state. So, this is Brazil's federative republic, presidential government, divided in three branches: legislative, executive, judiciary, 8,500,000 kilometers, 190 million people, if I'm not wrong, and 5,500 municipalities in 27 states. No, the problems are so big as the population. Well, Minas Gerais is one of those states. As Brazil, Indians, Portuguese, Africans constitute our population, an important historical center. We have the second most populous state. We are the fourth largest area in the country, twice the extension of UK. Now I'm counting. A balanced economic structure, industry and services, third by GDP in our country, well-established agriculture, largest domestic producer, 28% of Brazilian production, transport equipment. So, well, I'm showing you relatively a wealthy state. But as a wealthy state, we have severe inequality, social inequalities. So this is GDP and our regions, the distribution on our regions. This is Minas Gerais state. We have these administrative regions. And I will pass, we have of our census, some indicators, social indicators. Here we have Minas Gerais in the southeast of our country. Our indicator in the literacy rate is 6.5, sorry. Northeast of the country we have 19. In the north, 14.4. This is the census of 2010. And we're dividing by regions. We have, 20% as an example in the Vale do Mucuri. We have 20% in Jequitinhonha, the poorest areas in our state. All of them in the north, 6, this indicates by the number 6, 3, and 11 and 5, the poorest areas in our state. See, these indicators, these areas, well, Minas Gerais is used to say like a mirror of Brazil. Its regions could be reflected in each region of Brazil. The south, more richer, the north, more north and northeast, poorest. Bathroom, access to bathroom, the same. We're gonna see the same pattern. 8.8 in Jequitinhonha, 5.5 in Vale do Mucuri, 7.3 in norte de Minas. I try to be quickly. Water supply. Well, we're gonna see the same pattern with those indicators. Income, so poor households. And the cut, we're talking households with monthly household income per capita of half of basic salary. Again, we're gonna the poorest areas by this view. So the result of this analysis pushes the government to elaborate some solutions, of course. One of that culminates in development of a public policy called Travessia. The program design involves basically multidimensional approach to poverty, interterritoriality, and transversality. Wow. Promoting social and economic inclusion to the poorest and most vulnerable populations through articulation of territory and public policies. I'll pass quickly. Basically, we are talking about a effort of all secretaries, but we have a specific budgets and goals for these secretaries. Secretary of Education, Health, Regional Development, for work and employment and social development. They have, each one have what we call social travessia, educational travessia. Quickly translate for travessia was to cross over to walk a path, if I could say so in a well, the steps. The program is designed first, the choose of the municipalities. Minas Gerais has 853 municipalities. It's the state with the larger number in municipalities in Brazil. And we must do a cutoff. We have to choose some municipalities and using basically HID. We had a first cutoff with HID and total population of the municipalities. We picked up the lowest HIDs with populations below 20,000 people. These are the regions that we have. So you notice by IPM we are including even regions in the south, the richest one, but with one or two municipalities with the lowest HIDs rate. Well, the program, the founding the data, we established a program called Porta a Porta, door to door. We, as the name say, we knock on every door and or every household in the municipality. It's a census survey. I'll do a quick overview. How do we do that? This is we do that with a partnership, establish a partnership with the municipality. Basically, social workers and healthy workers apply, administer the questionnaire. The municipality indicates an articulator that will oversee the implementation of Porta a Porta. The Travessia program staffs enable the municipality to articulate on the methodology. The articulator multiplies the information to the people of the community, social visitors, that will do the survey. Then the municipality, we sit with the municipality and divide the municipality into regions, neighborhoods, and rural and urban areas. This division is held in conjunction of social welfare and healthy teams. Then we do the household survey. The visits are organized by region and are responsible for all households visits in their area. We pick up the number of households occupied, given by our census, and we establish a cut of 80% of the households must be visited to be considered valuable or research. our survey. Today we are doing this, well, Travessia in this mode is it's occurring since 2011, and so we are in the third year with this methodology. This year we have established a partnership with a university, João Pinheiro Foundation, a foundation which is also responsible, for example, part of our PNAD, household sample survey in national level. It's a very strong, very recognized institution. They are capacitating our social workers and the responsible in the municipalities, and they are supervising the application of our questionnaire. Well, once made the survey, we construct what we call mapa de privações, or deprivation map. This deprivation map, I guess we can reach it out quickly. Sorry, it's in Portuguese, we haven't translated, but it's a quick overview. Well, this is an example of Presidente Kubitschek, the municipality, his results of door-to-door map of deprivation. We are using the global IPI, okay, in the first 2 years, with a single change in one indicator, the educational indicator, not the attendance, but yes. This is a quick overview we discussed that with the municipalities. Quick overview of the city. How do we calculate and what is the IPM of the municipality? The poverty in its dimensions based on IPM. So, well, in this municipality, we found 9.9% of the households multidimensional poverty, deprivation by educational, healthy, and living standards. And we could have each one of them separated and by indicator, as this is deprivation in water supply and access water for drinking. And we have an area, so we could say that this area has 70% of the deprivation in water supply. So it goes on by, well, this is how we divided the municipality, and we establish a plan of intervention. Let me get back to. I guess it's on the beginning of the presentation again. No?
Behind.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Is escape
To exit.
No.
Ah.
Listen to him.
Where is it?
There you go.
Here. It's okay. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay, good.
Now we
So you were right. Huh?
Blocks again. I promise I'll do not do this again. Well, the map of deprivation.
Got it.
So we establish what we call Plano Travessia. Plano Travessia is the identification and definition of actions that will provide overcome poverty in municipalities. We sit with the municipality, with the mayors, secretaries, and discuss which measures, which interventions will be made, and plan this. Travessia has a 2-year schedule of interventions, while the program dures 2 years in each municipality. Once drafted, the plan Travessia subsides the work to plan, to build and sign by the state government and the municipalities for implementation of actions under Travessia Social. Interventions of infrastructure and acquisition of goods and equipments in order to minimize social hardship, identify and diagnosis, improving the quality of life and residents of municipalities benefited. We establish a partnership with the municipality and create these 2 indicators to calculate how much money, which would be the budget that will be transferred to the municipality. We are talking, so the most of what one municipality could receive, it's the plus between these 2 by MPM and by population. And we are talking about $700,000 reais, $350,000. It seems not much, but we are talking about very small municipalities, and this is almost 80% what they receive as transferred from national funds and state level funds. Also, this is almost 80% what they receive, but to apply specifically in social interventions in the household level. So we have the address, the name of the person, and which deprivation or which indicator we must intervene. We must do changes in the household level. So I could say, this is the budget, the amount of money near each region so receives, each municipality in regions receives. Travessia, educational travessia, expand educational opportunities for students seeking training, skills, knowledge, infrastructure improvement, professional qualification. Well, in healthy and education travessia, these secretaries usually does involve development universal policies. So we can customize some actions. We can we can boost some budget included to improve interventions in these municipalities. This is an empowerment women project, specifically for Travessia program. This is a part of we are doing about cash transfer. It's what we call Banco Travessia, but it's more a social mobility program than a specific cash transfer. Each time any member of the family improve schooling or get to work or capacity. Sorry, capacity. Yeah, building capacity in work, labor, or employment. It receives money. In countermeasure, if it's reproved or if leaves, he also loses some money. Of course, the count will always be positive for him, but it's we established this two counts. Incentives. Okay. Thank you. We see income or employment. Well, there's a part of educational and encouraging cooperative individual entrepreneurship. This secretary works specifically on in increasing the offer of courses, of opportunities in the municipalities reached by Travessia. And Wealthy Travessia as well. Adapt the structure of healthcare, improving the work process, situational diagnosis, digital restructuring, action plan, implementations and monitoring, training and promoting of health professionals. And this, well, we're going to see some results in 100. We are now in 132 municipalities. These are the results of the two first years, 2011-2012. Here we have today, this year, we're gonna do more 70 municipalities, as I told you, with the lowest HID. This is the total number of households visited. We are talking about 2,063 households by region. This is the IPM, the sixth worst, and we have the majority between 0.05 and 1. We're talking about 81 municipalities. This is by indicator, where years of schooling, access to drinkable drinking water, and sanitation, bathroom. This is a stock variable. We won't be able to change in a generation, probably. We are talking about adults above 16, above 15, with less than 5 years of school. And this is a very big issue for us. Those regions, north and are in regions. Well, very hot, very dry regions. And nowadays we're reviewing. We just a month ago, or maybe less, with the help of John and Mauricio, we were able to review our questionnaire, improve our questionnaire. I will have to. This is a quick overview of the questionnaire. Not only the indicators, but other questions who also help us to discuss improve our interventions. We have a 2-month meeting with all secretaries of the state, and with the personal participation of the secretary. And we have, as other countries here, we have a second meeting with technical support people that discuss and evaluate the program. This year we have a partnership with UNDP to evaluate our program. In the second semester they were doing evaluation. We are going to see the results, in which area we improve better, which area we don't yet. This is the questionnaire. It's questionnaire. Sorry? Here. well, if the house owns bathroom, assets, how many rooms are there, the income, it's also part of our questionnaire. If there are cash transfer programs, as the federal program as Bolsa Família and others. If anyone in the house made use of health system in the last 12 months. Well, basically is that we have a census survey in those municipalities. We're talking about 1.2 million people reached by the program, or at least doing part of our census. We have, counting out those results, we have 25.88% of households poor multidimensional, in a multidimensional way. But we have another 20% of people almost poor in multidimensional way. If one more indicator, two more indicators, they will be in an area, they will be poor multidimensionally. I guess that's all.
Are you sure that's all?
No.
The red card's about ready to come out. So you choose.
Well, international technical cooperation with the aim of strengthening the strategy of multidimensional poverty, promoting the Millennium Development Goals. What else? Well,
Next one says, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.